the line, I lost and find. Ended the game in overtime, drawing of a new design, drilling now on earth the mind, looking to the outward, speaking mind about words absurd, blurred to the curb, walking along the verge.
Hey everybody, what is happening? Ish back with some more Madden 17 Ultimate Team content. Today I wanted to throw a lineup update out at you. I've changed up to the Cardinals playbook. I'll be working on that here, and I'll have that out in the next video more likely. Just showing these guys just so you can see. I'm getting a little bit of the boost from everything from my jerseys and coach and and all this. So all the ones I like, I at least have one in. So I figure I don't got to mess with this really the rest of the year. Unless somebody has some nice, the alternate jersey pops up for the Cardinals. That'd be about the only one that I would change to, because the Thursday Night Light one looks pretty good or whatever. So getting here, got Carr. I did manage to get this one milestone. I haven't done the milestone stuff all year. Unfortunate now, because they're actually making some really cool ones to come out with. So I've got a little bit of work to do to get a couple guys on the roster up. But you see the Carr here hitting a 97 with the boost all up on that. 96 throw power, 95, 94, 92. So really good. 92 throw on the run. Would be nice if it was a few higher, just hit that next tier probably. But it does work most of the time, but he still will make the occasional bad throw on the run because of that. You see, I did pick up Jamal Charles, but I've got the Tevin Coleman, which this guy's really nice. If you're looking for a budget guy, you know, who's like 60, 70K, I really recommend this card. It's definitely worth getting if you don't have a ton of coin. And then I've got Henry, of course, out here. He can pound out also. So we'll see how Jamal does. I'll definitely get a little bit more passing, I think, opportunities to running backs in this offense. So that should work in his favor. And he does have to fight for extra yards, and and he's got the high motor trait. So all in all, he might be decent. We'll see. We'll see how it works, man. I've got the wide receivers here kind of spread out. One of the new ones I got Hill out here for the speed. I don't have any boosts on him, unfortunately, but he's going to come out the gates with the 95 speed, so I'll mix him in. He's actually going to be my number 4. More so, I'm going to stick with the big guys out here because I did get the Mike Evans, as you seen if you saw the last video, and running him with McCaffrey. And again, they're going to be out there, get him maxed out on the boost at least. I do not have the Hopkins catching traffic anymore. I put it up for 475 and somebody bought it. I was like, all right, that's cool. Well, that seems a little high. So these guys are going to have to get by without that extra boost. But it was nice having him at 93. But we'll see how it goes. They're still going to have to make it work. If I need to down the road, I can always buy that card back. But there's at least what it looks like with just the stats on that one the way it is. I do have Donald Penn here. He's actually a third tight end, blocking tight end, because Rudolph I got as a free card out of a pack, and that one, the stats, the boosts on it are really cool. It's not a horrible card. I'm not using it. I'll use the Greg Olsen. I am working on his milestone, but it might take me another week or whatever. But I'll get that one milestoned up. No sense in selling and buying the other one. It's just a waste of coin. I just got to, a little bit of patience, and we'll get that done. And we'll see if at least with what this is out here, already he's going to have great stats on the card. I wish the blocking was in the 80s. That's the only thing that I don't like about the card. But it's not like that's a horrible run block either. But that's why we're going to have these other guys out here. That's why we're going to have the Cook's card, the Jerry Cook. He's going to have, 84, I believe, and he's got good speed, so he'll be the number 2, and then I'll have the number 3 as Penn, because in this offense, in the Arizona offense, you do have some big sets that are really nice, and you want to take advantage of, so you want to have a couple guys out there, who are going to have higher than 70s in the run block. I'm working on, again, I got another guy out here. I've got a milestone just for the secure pass, but it's lineman, that's what it is there. So head over to the defensive side. As you can see on the side here, all the boosts. If you want to see all the boosts I have at the tier 2, whatever, lockdown, ESCM. So you can see there's just a quick of everything that I've got on the team. A decent amount of stuff maxed out. There's some other stuff that's not quite, but I haven't got rid of on the line Vernon here. That one's going for a pretty penny right now also. I could probably get like 470 for him right now. It's still really high. I bought him into the 300s a long time ago, but I really do value block shed, so he's going to help out. I'm going to have 99 block shed on this guy, Darius. I don't, the new one I'm sure is even better, but 97 block shed with this one, and the same as the Ed Tutal. I losing a little bit. I don't have the PR the way I'm running this because I got the Seattle boost. I really would like to have another pass rush, but that Kerrigan card where I can get that up top, the extra one, costs too much right now. But you know, those things are always shifting. But I want to get him over that 95. I think that when he's at 95 power move along with the 97 block shed, you know, in strength stuff out there, I think that's where you can start hitting next tier, and the guys might step up and play even better. So you just shoot for at least the tiers when I'm building. Out on the wide, the corners out here, Sherman, and you see we've got the Seattle tier 2 running all on him. Chancellor out there, and see if we'll bring up here what that one's giving you. I think that's one of the better team stats out there. I mean, defensive side. You see on there, look at this. We're getting just a ton of stuff out there, but I'm getting 2 on the man, 2 on the zone. We're getting a play rec pursuit, 2 hit power on that. So I think it's a pretty nice boost to have. Then along with his lockdown also with that card. So very, very nice one on that one. I feel as a number 1 on that side, he works really well. And then of course I can go back and put in now the 95 overall DRC. I've used his other, I used his other team of the week card. It was fantastic, I thought. So this one, I'm sure. I mean, I can't see it not playing, that way. So, he's not the strongest in the run department, obviously, but that's why you keep some other guys around. If you have to go to a base, you can always swap out and just for, if you need to run a specific run stuffing defense, that's why you have a guy like Jalen Ramsey tucked away over here, because that way I can fit him in. Because right now I have to keep these guys in because I got lockdown and pick specialists at tier 2, so that's why I got these guys up on the front. That's just the way you have to do it. And then I've got Boye, I believe that's how you say. When he gets pick specialist, I'll be able to put him in the lineup because that's one of the milestones I'm also working on. So he'll get more speed out here. The only thing about this card, really, I do not care for is he doesn't have the plays the ball aggressive trait. Other than that, it's actually a really nice card, good stats. But he's as the nickel there for now. He'll work. We'll see. We'll see if he's missing interceptions and stuff like that. Then that ends up being a problem. So keep an eye on that. As I'm getting gameplay out of the guy. But so either way, we'll get him boosted back up, and I'm sure he'll turn into a 97 with the pick specialist boost on him. So and again, Cam Chancellor getting those extra boosts. If you haven't seen him at his 97 overall, very nice. That's why I'm sticking with this guy. Yeah, I wish I could get a couple more speed on him, but when the play rec in the zone on the back end, very important. Very important to have that, and you want guys who can hit also, and that's where he's delivered 97 hit power because he's got all the extra boosts out there with that, and then he's got good coverage, great pursuit, going to be great against the run. So that there to me is an excellent card. I'm hoping in the morning perhaps maybe I'll get lucky and they'll put out some milestones. I know because I think Friday was when they did it, and this is Thursday night, but I think that's what they did. So maybe we'll get lucky and they'll put some up because I was hoping they would do that with this Eric Berry. Half the reason why I picked up Eric Berry because I was hoping that they might give him another one, maybe like field general on top of that. Maybe pick specialist will actually be a pretty good one to give him. And see with just his native boost out there, that card out there. I'm expecting pretty good. Again, the only thing about this one is he doesn't have big hitter. He does as a trait. He's not going to be a big hitter, but he does play the ball aggressive. He is going to play the ball better than Sean Taylor did. I'm just going to be losing out on those on the mean hit sticks. With the high hit power. But there's the other reason why that happened is because I run a lot of nickel 245, nickel 335 stuff, and I want this guy to be on the field then. Because I like to use my outside guys from time to time, and I think that this would be somebody worth checking out. Again, he'll carry over with the hit power from the big hitter boost, but he's got 92 speed, 94 acceleration, that height out there. He'll play the run enough if they do decide to do that. He's not going to be too bad. I have Clowney because he's like the Antonio Brown on the other side. To me, like those guys, they make it all. They're like the glue to all of the chemistry. So that's why they'll stay for a long time until I just am overloaded to the point where I can get rid of them, and they're not going to have a high value then. But that's what it is. He's still, when I go to a base, if I run a 3-4, if I'm doing something for run stuff and stuff like that, or I need a guy where it calls for this guy to rush the passer, though, I'm putting Clowney in over Taylor. So it's one of those where you got a little bit more invested into it. I've been doing that with this side, with Hendricks and Barr anyway. I would be hoping Barr would get an upgrade or somebody out there. I know they do have the other out of position card, which I can try there. But if I'm not on them, Barr has like an 87 zone. Has a very nice zone, and he has very nice height and all that. So that's why I stick with him even over Landon Collins right now. And then I did end up keeping here. We're gonna run Urlacher. I don't like Perfect. He's just there. He's too slow. He's just there for the the chemistries. But we have Urlacher still. Been a while, but I did pick up this Bobby Wagner. The other one's just too expensive, and they might give another milestone to the Bobby Wagner card too, the new one. I could see them doing that. So. Either way though, it was just too much. 700K in that range, or in that range is too much. If I was going to spend that much, I would go and get Shazier back. Even though I know Bobby Wagner has the better stats around, but speed kills. You got to have that. And these guys do have good speed. So I see with Bobby Wagner, with his Seattle boost, sorry, I should have popped that up already. He's going to have the 89 speed with all these boosts, 94. He's even where he's at on my lineup, he's getting all the boosts, because they're already activated. That's why I can have him as my third right now. And then, and the play rec's nice. So obviously, the 90, the 97 or whatever. Oh, sorry, the 95 version. I don't know what it goes to, but that new card, the Team of the Year one, would be excellent in this scheme and this offense, and then running with the Seattle guys. But unfortunately, like I say, right now too much. We'll look for that one down the road, see how it is. But basically, that's it, guys. That's the lineup there. So thanks for checking this one out, and then like I say, I'll have the first part of the Arizona playbook out real soon. All right, peace.